I absolutely love supporting local. Spent about 10 grand there and some mineral feed and some total mixed rations. It is a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here on the farm. This is Meadows, Wisconsin, and you're with the Stovers. The farm is the entire map, and I'm doing something a little different where I've got no man's land, and I've turned it into Wisconsin. And I always love to see a map tour, equipment tour. So let's go from our local prairie state here back to the farm, and I'll just show you what it's like in the Meadows, Wisconsin. So we have no productions. We have no major sell points. We literally are trying to farm the entire map. I've got approximately 300 acres of arable land right now. I do have a farmer's market with some sell-all points over here. We'll just pretend that this area can be used to drop off items that will go to Wisconsin, or I should say Milwaukee. We don't own all of the land. I'll take you to the map real fast, and you can take a look. But we own a very considerable portion of it. You can take a look at all the farmland. My goal on this, again, I just want to play the game, enjoy the game. I know it can be fun to role play and create scenarios, but I found myself just trying to come up with things constantly, not following through, not finishing, and felt like it might be more enjoyable to make one farm on an entire map and just focus on that. Play it when I can and document it as I can. So I think the goal will be to own the whole map, farm the whole map. We do have a small gas station over here. This is the Stuhlmacher's gas station, if you know who that is. Love the mods from OK Used Mods. And they got a little bit of a used car dealership going on there as well, and you can fix some things. Not a whole lot, but they get the job done in a pinch. Now the city, or the county, because there really is no city here, have been very busy trying to put in a main highway, and I think they really have failed. There's maybe a 2-mile portion of divided highway that's been put in here that cuts through the land. If we head right out of Prairie State, you can come down to really where they've stopped. This is the construction zone. I haven't seen them working down here for months. I don't know if they ran out of money or what, but there's nothing happening. Which I guess is fortunate for us, because that makes it really quiet around here. We like that. You can see some of our fields off to the right there, primarily corn, wheat, and grass. We've got approximately 500 head of cattle, and we've got, again, close to 300 acres of land planted right now. We'll come up here to this little exit on the highway and take it to the right. This will take you back on some of the back roads, get us back up to the farm. We do own a little bit of farmland across the highway. Let's see if I can just put my head out there. You can see over there by those trees. Now, we do own that land back there. And it's got corn on it. Past couple of days, we're in September. I've been spraying a lot. Weeds have been just growing out of hand. Come up here to our main driveway. This is the entry to the farm. Got some washouts. I'm sorry. We'll get those taken care of at some point. Now, to the left is our house, what Meg and I have built up there. Hop out and kind of give you just a general look of where we're at. So to the right, take you up to the main farm. To the left, up to our house. We've got wheat growing here, and I've been in here spraying. I'll take you through the main shop and show you what type of equipment we've got. Uh, Crops are doing well. I don't know what type of yields we'll have, but I did have to spray. Weeds were coming up pretty heavy. And we've got grass that's ready to be cut. Uh, we've got, again, like I said, 500 head of cattle on site. We make all our own food. We've got a combination of dairy cattle and beef cattle. About 400 head of dairy cattle, about 120 head of beef cattle. We'll try to get those numbers up really as we play the game. I've got this set on 5x speed, and I'm playing 7-day months, so basically an entire week, a Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. That constitutes your month, and I have seasons off. And welcome to the main yard. We've got a fairly big farm. We've got a lot of equipment. We're very fortunate. We are still tied into the agency, and the investors still provides a lot of our funding. We've got over $1 million in the bank, and that might sound like a lot, but for a farm of this size, with this amount of equipment, this really amount of overhead, that million, we've got to do really well this year. We're going to run through that with just daily costs, insurance. We've got to pay ourselves. We've got investments that we're looking at. We've got kids. We want to make sure we're planning for their future. To the left here is the main equipment shed. We'll run inside. I think we'll maybe do an equipment tour first, and then we'll do some overheads of what the actual farm looks like overhead. The big door, yeah, I know you typically have your combines in here, but we've got the semis. I'm a Peterbilt fan. Got the got a Wilson pace setter trailer on the back, 53-footer, super hopper, and got a beautiful Pete here. Really nice modder that put this together. I apologize, I can't remember his name, but it's extremely well detailed and got some really neat sounds to it. It's got a Cummins ISX in it. And then we got the old Pete here. We got the got a Cat 3406 in it. It is another truck I absolutely love. It's got a lowboy in the back of that to carry things around. We got the TLX 9000 cab over. Again, just got a lot of lowboys, flatbeds. We're always hauling things here. You know how it is when you've got equipment and you've got to haul stuff. We need trailers to pull it. Big iron over here. 9390 case. Steiger. This pulls some of our rippers and diskers. And then our main planting tractor is this 9RX. It has been well used so far this season. 9620 RX. It's got plenty of hours on it right now. Pulls a couple of John Deere planters. Got a fairly new 8RX 370 here. And this pulls our cedar when I'm doing grass or you know, maybe reconditioning some of the grass, some of the spots that the animals have torn up. This is a great tractor because it's just so easy to maneuver with the planter. Over here, Volvo, WIA. Love this truck, love this mod. Absolutely beautiful. Love the sound of this thing. If you have the opportunity to download it, please absolutely do so. It is such a cool truck. As far as harvesters, we're kind of red in that regard. Got a Lizard Lizard 9000, trying to be a pseudo, case something with some LSWs on it. And then a 9250 over here, axial flow. Again, LSWs on it. Uh, Primarily for wheat and corn. Got a couple of set of heads for it. Corn head and a grain head. Because we've got two sizes of fields. We've got a couple of smaller fields that are up by the house. And, it just takes a little smaller equipment to get into those fields. And that's, I think, where I've got the smaller head for that 9250. And then a Lizard TARDIS. I use a lot of this, so I'm trying to play this as realistic as possible, but it is just me, and I'm just doing this for fun. So I am using some of the more unrealistic capacity types, just because, gosh, I'd make like half a run, have no one to drive a grain cart, and then I'd have to get out of the combine, go get the grain cart, bring the grain cart to the combine, and do that over and over and over and over again. So this TARDIS is here for grass. I've also got another one for in the fields to pull as a grain cart. Works very, very well. Absolutely love these older case tractors. Yeah, I got a Welker Farm sticker on there. Big fan of that channel. 8950 with a plow on the back of it. Yeah, we've got European license plates. This is, again, based on No Man's Land that I have just turned into Wisconsin. So I don't know how to turn off the license plates for that. 8370R, this is kind of my dual tractor. Can just go anywhere, can pull whatever. It's a mod. I can't remember who the modder is. An 8370, but really nicely done with some of the sounds and some of the interior detail. Absolutely love it. It is running interactive controls, so you can come in and do certain things. I actually haven't done anything with interactive controls yet. Okay. There's like a shade you can pull down. You can open the back window. That's really cool. Love that. Awesome. Oh, there's a lot of stuff you can do in here. I haven't even actually noticed that. I just switched from simple IC to interactive controls. I don't know if others have found that having the two installed together tends to just kind of cause issues. Oh, whoops. I don't want to do that. Okay, that's pretty cool, though. Oh, wow, you can actually turn on. That is awesome. So, let me see if I can turn off. Getting a little stutter there. Not too bad, but that's really, really cool. Really, really nice mod. Yeah, TLX 3500. This is the milk wagon in white. Love 82 Studios' new long bed for this truck. It's really, really nice. And it's got a great new sound to it. I think is much improved from the original version. Sounds much more Cummins-like to me. And again, a stainless steel 30-foot trailer on the back for milk. Do we have everything? Oh yeah, we've got a forage harvester here. So yeah, we've got a lot, primarily all corn, some wheat, and I have no clue how much forage or silage I'm going to need to make, and I think we're going to have to cut green corn or fresh corn and make some earlage, get it in the bunkers. I do got a bunker over there. I'll take you to that. I got the sprayers out right now. Have I gotten everything in here? I mean, this shop is really cool too. So, fairly recent all-platform mod that's come out, and what I like about it is you've got kind of the working area. You can come in and relax with a bathroom, do some work on the computer. But it's a really, really nice mod, and it is available, I believe, for all platforms. I think that's it for in here. Got a trigger to work on equipment, and there is an upstairs for storage. Again, really, really nice. I like that a lot. So that's all the equipment in there. I'll just poke my head out here. We do have The silos over here with a grain dryer, a corn dryer. This is just kind of a combination of the dry corn add-on, so these Unia um, bins with then, like, I love this. This is the container mod. It's got a little area you can come into and pretend like it's, you know, a little, like, control room area for the bin site. And then these are silo extensions, lizard extensions. Kind of took some creative license from the Larsons, in a way, kind of, yeah. And we all love watching those YouTube channels of the real farmers out there. I got propane, and then this really takes you out into the fields. I think we'll do dry corn, depending on prices, depending on what we pull out of the field. We'll run over here. I mentioned I had some smaller fields, so these are smaller wheat fields. We should probably, while we're doing this, I'll turn on... go ahead and turn on flight mode so that we can, while I'm going around, I can kind of fly through some things as we're talking about the area. This is as you come in, so over at the main entrance, up yonder, up over the hills. It's very hilly. It's not, like, mountainous, but it is what I have experienced in certain parts of Wisconsin that I really, really like. Lots of rolling hills, big fields, but it's not flat. Behind me here, just some wheat that's been planted on some smaller fields. Again, we've got animals, so we need to create straw for them. We've also got chickens, which eat wheat, so we'll take the wheat from there. We've got a couple of horses up there that take oats. I don't really have oats in the ground. We might just buy oats. And then we've got our house, which I mentioned is up on the hill over here with a really cool... And a lot of this is just stock no man's land that I have gone in and done just a little bit of the smoothing and elevation changes to. But this takes you up to our house. Really, really cool, I think. Bounce our way through here. There isn't a really smooth way to do up and down elevation in flight mode. So we've got the horses over here. Should we take a look and see what we've got in this barn? Yeah, absolutely. Four-wheel drive Massey, 4710. Just nice open cab tractor with a bucket on the front of it. Ford F350 with a Sooner trailer on the back. Can haul these horses. A couple of horses fit in there really, really nicely. Love the old brick nose, I believe it's called. F350. Got a really nice sound to it as well. It's got the 7.3 indirect injection motor in it. Really, really nice mod. It is not all platforms, but if you are on PC or Mac, it's really a nice one to have. I got a 1982 in here. They use a lot of 82 Studios trucks. They're just so well designed. They're nice small file size. They run the game well. This is the Elk Mountain, I think it's the Elk Mountain shop. It's part of the Elk Mountain Ranch pack, but it is a shop that I'm kind of using as a pseudo horse barn. I don't like any of the horse barns that are in the base game, or really in the any of the modded horse barns either. I don't like to run a ton of horses because I don't want to run around. You've got to ride them, you've got to clean them. I think there's a mod you can buy or download that is like the Horse Whisperer or something like that, and it takes care of horses, but I guess I've never found any real financial gain with horses. I just really like horses, so one or two is about all I can handle. Yeah, hey, how you doing? How you doing? We'll call these, we need a name for these. Let's call, I don't have any names for these. I don't know, I'll think of something. Food. Again, oats. I got a little bit of food in there, and then feeding water in there as well. Only 2 horses. They're not using a ton. And yeah, they do kind of walk through random areas, which that's okay. Love, 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 love the 5403 John Deere. Not a ton of options on it, but it's just a really nice tractor. Hey, you coming back through? Come on through. Yep, go ahead. Go through the wall. There you go. Good horse. With an Abbey water trailer on the back. And then I've got just, small little, I think this is 15, maybe, it's 1900. Read the number, A&S 1900 wagon. With the 1982 with stake back on it, stake bed, I should say. Really, really nice shop in here as well. Again, this is not all platforms, but it very, very detailed. Very cool for, the house, kind of not the main farm, but I'm using it as a horse barn. I think it works pretty well. So that is the horse barn. And then finally, we'll run up here at the top of the hill. Here's the house, using the Elk Mountain house. Love that. I really haven't seen many other houses come out yet that are really enjoyable. This one just fits so many maps so well. It's very detailed on the inside. I believe this is an OK Use Mods. I believe. I could be wrong on that. I'm sorry if I am. Barn, which fits in here perfectly. And I've got some equipment in here, a 5100R with a snowblower on the front of it and a salt spreader. Got snow turned on, so we're getting snow. 82 Studio Zero Turn dressed up as a Hustler tractor in yellow and gray. And then you gotta love a John Deere 330. I love these old John Deere tractors. Actually, would love to own one in real life. You search Facebook Marketplace all the time for them. I'd like a 455 or 445 from the 4X5 series. Very, very cool tractors. I should say garden tractors. And some salt. So that's the house. And I won't go inside because everyone has seen the inside of that house. The only difference to my house is it has a nice deck on the end of it. It takes you out, looks over the farm. Really, really nice view. I've got a tutorial out there on how you can add decks to houses very easily, just using some of the bridge sections that you can download, and then just adding various elements to the tops of the bridge to make it feel like a deck. You can do pools and whatnot similarly. It's really, really nice. And this takes you looking out over the farm. Right, back in flight mode. We'll fly up over to the farm. You can see those terrains there, the various elevation changes. I've always loved that. See that in Wisconsin. No Man's Land is supposedly works really well with Terraform. I haven't actually installed it yet, but I'm going to give it a shot. I love the idea that, on a farm, you've got to dig, you've got to level, you've got to work on driveways, and you've got like those washed out ruts that are on the main driveway. So this is kind of the area where the equipment sits out here. Drop out of flight mode. There's got to be a key command for that, but I apologize. Got the Case IH, the S1800 here with some patina on it, and some TLX, I should say 82 Studios X2 box on the back, which is compatible. Volvo loader, JCB. This just came out, I believe, all platforms on the Mod Hub, and then just dumped some dirt and stones on the ground. works very well. What haven't we talked about? Okay, we went to the main shop, we went to the house, we went to the horse barn. What is up here? This is the chemical store and seed shed. So in here, I've got all of our chemicals. I've been putting down a lot of fertilizer and herbicides because of those weeds. Got a John Deere 8410 in here with... I'm actually going to probably swap this out. This Titan will hold everything, but it's really more of a grain cart. I was going to use it as a seed cart, but I've got a seed tender in the other building, so I might just use that. This is another great shed. This is available, I believe, for all platforms. Works really well for this. Has 2 garage bays with lights. A lot of detail on the inside, and then when you come over here, got a little working area that you can, order your seeds and order your fertilizer and your herbicides. It's also got a hot water closet with power, air conditioning system, lights, coffee makers, and gloriously enough, a bathroom. You got to have one of these on the farm where you're gonna, do your constitutions. So it really works very, very well. Oh boy, I've got, we'll fix that later. I do have extreme strength on. Let's run down. Little pickup truck, just to have, every farm has to have it. Got another F-350 here, very muddy. I'll show you why it's so muddy in a minute. So this is the truck we were just in, a Z71, 2017 diesel, Duramax, pulling a 30-foot trailer. We've got our mineral feed on the back there and some total mixed rations. And this is, again, kind of the main area of the shop. Got the heated shed over there. We've got the dairy barn there, and then this is cold storage. So in here we can clean. Got a power washer, and then really got all the odds and ends stuff in here. So skid steer, gator for cutting grass. Got a couple of magnums, a 380 Magnum and a 400 Magnum. More grass over here, so we've got the Challenger's swather with a conditioner on the front of it. It's a 16-foot bar. And then another 5403 with a bat wing on the back of it. Absolutely love this mower. Very little horsepower required for this, and it cuts quite well. You've also got the options for throwing out grass and mulching. Here we go. This is another TLX 1982 service body. Really love this. This is great. Nice sounds on this one too. 82 Studio's done a really nice job updating the sounds on a lot of his mods. And then just a Lizard seed tender, bulk tender that's there. I don't even know the capacity. I guess 2,031 liters would be my guess, given the number. And then we've got the planters. So 1775 John Deere 2022 model with fertilizer application, liquid fertilizer on it. It's got a lot of hours on it. It actually took me all in, it was like 2.5 hours to plant all of the fields that were here. And that was using the real speed option. So we've got some acreage. And then I can't remember what the model number of this is. An N542C drill. This is what I do my wheat and my grass with. And pull that traditionally with that 8RX. And then this gets pulled with that 9RX. And it pulls them extremely well. Baler, I guess I'm wrong. These are all 380s. Yeah, so they're 380s. I think they're 400 horse, but they do have CVT, and then an LB 436 case square baler. I'm doing square bales because, again, I need a lot of bales, and to do round bales, which is more realistic, I think, would take forever. And then as far as heads, we've got a green systems. This is like outrageously wide. Corn head that'll go on the Lizard 9000 or the Colossus 9000. And then we've got this slightly smaller 28 foot. It's not a draper, but just a grain head, a wheat head. Terraflex 3050 case will go on the other combine. And then I typically I'm terrible pulling head trailers. Like just the way they work. I'm sure you laugh at me, but I typically just throw these heads on some low boys. So we've got a Load King and then a Lizard Logistics low boy there as well, with again a 1982 and a Case IHS 1800, which this has been upgraded by 82 Studio as well, and a combined, I guess, effort with the original modder, and I can't remember the original modder's name, I apologize. So, new sounds. A lot of the interior stuff is all the same, but some really, really cool exterior options for this truck. I like it a lot. And I think that's everything in cold storage. So we can run over to the dairy barn. Beautiful mod here. I believe this is part of the White Farm package. This is probably one of my favorite dairy barns because of all the detail. First, I'll just, she's got a 7R here with a bucket on the front of it. But as you run around this dairy barn, there's so many. It has built-in animals. You have to place the animals, but it has an area for them. So I've got all my chickens there. You can actually go in to this door and you can come in to see the animals that are in here. This is all built into, and yeah, they do walk through the wall, it just happens, but really, really nice. There's a chained in chicken coop available with the mod download. That is great. So many little rooms and just areas. I've got some chicken feed in here in this door. Again, you can close the door. Power into the building. This is where you pick up milk, and it's all labeled too. I really like that. I appreciate that. Some of the mods are just difficult to understand if you got a lot of functionality in them and you don't know where the triggers are. These have been labeled quite nicely. You come in here, so we're still outside. You come in, the milk is here, but these doors all actually work and take you somewhere. So you can, if you had a way to move animals in and out of here, you could. Just really, really nicely done. A lot of detail. Again, you come over here, if we can turn these on. These are LEDs, maybe. I have the help menu turned off. Coming in here, getting a little bit of storage area. This takes you up to the hayloft. It has a huge hay storage area. You drop your bales in right here, and they show up over there. And then to drop them down to the animals, you just roll them over here, and they drop right down. We've got some straw in there. And you can jump out here as well. This just takes you back down. We were back over in these rooms over here. And this does fill up with manure. So manure in this particular version that I have, I believe the modder might have changed it. Manure builds up here, slurry on the outside. The animal trigger is here. Food trigger is right in here. It also has a built-in silage or TMR storage silo, which is really, really nice. It's very, very detailed mod. Like it a lot. And again, you've got slurry over here, and I've got a slurry extension built in. Where should we go next? Trying to make this not like super, super long. Got a couple of bunkers, and a triple 9630 with skinny triples on it. Love this mod. They're empty right now. Again, so we'll be dumping stuff. Got a little bit of silage left over from last year that I just moved over to here. It's probably going to go bad, I would think. And some round bales up top. And this is kind of our outside storage. Every farm has to have it, right? Got another WIA Volvo with bale auto load trailer on the back, triple axle. We've got an Amazon dry fertilizer spreader. We've got a Stroutman manure spreader here, Wilson large trailer, and then a couple of other smaller trailers, or I guess a smaller trailer just kind of sitting out here. Roller, standard in-game roller. Little Maxim case 145 with a Kuhn SR 314 rake on it. Really love that. Then a big old case 255 Ripper. Thing is wide. It takes a lot of power. Then a pseudo John Deere. I guess this would be a tiller, or disker, I should say. Cultivator, 400 horsepower. It's Lizard in game, but they've got some John Deere stickers you can put on, and it works really well. What do we have here? We've got another John Deere 2410 Ripper plow. Then our water trailer. So the pastures I'm going to take you out into, they do require water. So we've got a 30-foot water trailer on F350 here that's seen better days. It's a little beat up, but that's okay. It does just fine. Let's hop in a truck maybe, and we'll go out into the pasture, and I'll show you what we've got. Let's take this. Back this up. I might take this trailer off, so let me put it up here real fast. I do have the manual attach mod, which I highly recommend if you can run it, that you do. This adds a little bit of realism that I really enjoy. So this is kind of the service entrance to the pasture, and those F350 brakes have not been upgraded yet, but I'm told it is being worked on. You can see why a lot of my equipment gets dirty. I've got paths that are actually arable land. So I've got the real mud mod, and when it rains, these paths that you can plow in, or for this particular map, you can actually paint them on, you get sunk to the axles, and the mud just goes all over the place. I think it's a really cool a mod addition. Down here in the pasture, we've got, like I said, 400 head of cattle in this particular pasture, and this runs all the way down. Here, I've actually got 2 open pastures in here that are all fenced in. This butts up over to some corn, and you look as far as we can see over there to the mountains, the big hills. It's all planted land. So we own a significant portion of land, and it's planted corn and wheat. So I've got my work cut out for me. Take you through this gate over to this freestall barn. I'm going to take you back up because I think it's pretty interesting how I've got some gated areas that kind of lead you down to the freestall, and you can move animals in and out. There is the new animal rake that you can buy. I can't remember who the modder is, but I turn the truck off. Just force a habit. But it is a cane, and you can move animals now a lot easier. So you can head down through that other gated area, or you can come if you've got larger implements or equipment that you need to bring in. You can come around this side and another gated area, and this is kind of just a nice little pathway. Come on, stop, baby. There we go. That'll take you down, and you can, role play moving animals in and out of fields. A couple gates to the right that'll take you out down to some of the further fields. If you go straight here, this will take you into the main beef cattle pasture. I got about 100 head of beef cattle in here. And then this freestall barn, which is a recent release to the mod hub. I believe it holds 1,000 head of cattle. I don't have any in here right now, but really nice addition if you want to have a ton of cattle. I don't know if I'm going to have that many, but I might move them back and forth between the pasture and the barn. Really nice freestall barn. And again, more just areas. We could have come in that gate right there. Kind of look out there, seeing that current pasture, but got just roads all over the place to try and get equipment. Again, back here to this field. Then a couple of pieces of equipment down here. We've got some bales. We've got a big wheel loader to get manure out. Again, if you've got a lot of cattle. And then another Volvo with a silage boss on the back, X3, that takes manure, and we'll use that to transport manure out of here. I've got a red barn with a 6R in it, I believe, and just a grapple, nothing too crazy. And some round bales in here, and then another Massey. I love this Massey mod. It's a smaller Massey, but it's got a blower on it to chop and blow straw. I probably should put that back. Actually, was blowing some of those round bales into the freestall, so we can move cattle back in if necessary. And you can see by actually, using arable land or plowing field creation for your tracks, it makes some decent ruts. Back in the F-350. And then this winds around into a lot of the fields. So this pasture is grass that we can cut. This is all corn here that's planted. Oops, I'm stuck. We've got a really large corn and grass bordered field over here. I might get stuck in these trees. Let's see if I can get through here. Yeah, there we go. So another huge corn and grass, more grass, corn. So again, I tried to take as much of the land without going crazy with it and cutting trees down. I left a lot of the trees up. Just trying to make as much of it usable land. I want there to be one farm on this map, and we own the map. This is back by where you can see the county is trying to do the divided highway. They ran into a little lake, so I think that's probably why they haven't been able to finish it, is they've got to put a bridge in. And then this was the original area for No Man's Land. I kind of left the field there, but if you've ever played No Man's Land, this is the one field you get by default. I just left it, and then I put a ton more fields in over here. A lot of weeds. I need to get the sprayer out. But this takes you all the way to the other end of the map, up into some of the more mountainous area, hilly area. Apparently also forgot to plant right there. So up into here, we've got wheat, we've got corn. It's fairly large. I don't know again, the goal would be, oops, inventory, to kind of take what we've got and run with it, play with it as it is, see if it's sustainable, see if the farm can operate, see what our... I am not doing well right now driving up in these. There we go. There we go. But again, see what the farm can do, see if we have any profit, and then make more farmland over here and just see how much can actually be farmed with the equipment that we have and the time we have, and make this just a fun thing to play. I think that's the biggest thing I want to do, is just play the game. I'm gonna mess up, might not have this awesome script, but I think it's a really nice map to just play the game. And you can see we've got about a third of the map, maybe a quarter of the map, that we can still put some farms, some arable land on. And we're just kind of coming back here over to the construction site. Again, they haven't been working there for weeks. I don't know. They've probably just run out of funding. We'll drive on the correct side. So this is back on the highway. There's Prairie State. There's the gas station. Got the turnarounds. Got a Michigan left there. And then this takes you around one of our other fields that I hadn't shown you yet. That takes you back onto just a county road where we've got corn planted back here, and it gets really country because it goes completely gravel at some point. The road is just closed up here. Kind of where our field stops, and again, we've got some other areas that we can put fields in. So that is a map and equipment tour of this custom Wisconsin map. You're with the Stovers. I'm just going to play it, and as I'm playing it, I'll capture some clips. We'll see how it goes and what we can produce from this farm. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a map tour and equipment tour on the farm with the Stovers. See you next time.